Welcome to your Sacred Awakening yoga practice. We'll begin in a comfortable seat in our Sukhasana. The legs are crossed. Let your hands rest on your knees and lengthen through your spine. Take a few deep breaths here, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Releasing any stuck energy in the body. Releasing any distractions in the mind. Now continue to breathe in and out through your nose, activating your Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale breath, reach the hands up and over your head, palms touch. Exhale, draw the hands to your heart space. In this space, let's sing the sound of Om together, the sound that reminds us we are all connected, we are all loving awareness. Inhale. And inhale, reach your hands back up and over your head. Exhale, pull your hands to your heart space. Again, inhale, swoop the arms wide and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, reach the arms up on the inhale. And then exhale, twist over to your right. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to deepen your twist, looking over your shoulder. Breathe here. Now keep your left hand on your knee, and on your inhale breath, send the right hand, the opposite arm, over into a counter stretch. Breathe into the right rib cage. Find a nice inhale breath. And on your exhale, cross the arms, grabbing the opposite knee, round your spine, chin to chest, pull away from the knees here as you breathe into the back of your heart. And release the hands. Inhale, bring them up and overhead again. Exhale, twist to the left. As you inhale, lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, deepen your twist. Keep your right hand on your knee, and on your inhale breath, send the left arm up and overhead into the side bend stretch. Breathe into your rib cage, lengthen through the fingertips. Find one more breath. And on your exhale, cross the arms, grab opposite knee, round your spine. Breathe into the back of your heart. We'll take this breath to movement. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, right arm high, side bend. Exhale, cross the arms, round the spine. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, left arm high, side bend. Exhale, cross the arms round your spine. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, palms touch. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, right arm high, side bend. Exhale, cross the arms round the spine. Inhale, reach the arms high, palms touch. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, cross the arms round the spine and breathe. On your next inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take a back bend, cactus the elbows, spread the fingers wide. Breathe across the heart space here, feeling the stretch. And on your exhale breath, pull the elbows together, rounding the spine, breathing into the back of your heart. We'll take this breath to movement. Inhale, bring the elbows wide. Exhale, press the arms together. Inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, contract. Again, inhale, expand. Exhale, draw the arms together. Inhale, reach the arms high, and then bring the fingertips to the earth by your sides. Let your head fall over to the right for a stretch in the neck. And then begin to roll your head forward and then over to the left. Take a breath. And then lift your nose up to the sky, breathing along the back of the neck. And then take that circle back in the opposite direction, rolling it out. Bring it back up through center. Now look over your right shoulder. Take a deep breath. Look up toward the sky. Take a breath here. And look over the left shoulder. Take a deep breath. And then roll your head forward. And just take a nice big circle with the head. And then take it back in the opposite direction. Now bring your hands to your knees. Let's roll the shoulders out in big circles, releasing any tension that may be stuck there. Big circles with your breath. And then take them in the opposite direction, rolling the shoulders out, clearing away any ama, any stuck energy. And now let's switch the cross of our legs, bringing the opposite foot on top. Bring your hands to your knees. We'll take a seated cat-cow. Inhale, pull the chest forward, gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Continue this breath to movement flow, feeling energy awaken in your spine. Now begin to make circles with your chest, spiraling the spine, keeping your breath really deep here as you intuitively connect to the movement of your body. Bring these circles as low down into your hips as you'd like, exaggerating your movement with your breath. Now take your circles in the other direction, continuing to stir energy up in the hips, in the spine, really connecting to your breath. Now come to stillness. Let's bring the feet together, knees wide for Baddha Konasana. Bring your hands to your shins. Find an inhale breath as you lengthen your spine. Option to stay here or to walk your hands forward into a forward fold. Breathe deeply here, in and out through your nose as we gently open the hips. And walk the hands back in. Let's slide the feet forward a few inches, making more of a diamond shape with the legs. And again, stay here or walk the hands forward into a forward fold as you breathe. And walk your hands back in. Let's send our legs straight out in front of us for our Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk your hands forward, grabbing your shins, your ankles, or your feet. Relax your head as you breathe in and out through your nose. And begin to walk your hands back in. Let's bend our knees and bring our feet to the floor, setting our hands back and behind us. Fingers point forward. Lift the chest, draw the shoulders together. Option to lift your hips into reverse tabletop. Take a nice deep breath here across the chest, across the hips. Find another inhale. And on your exhale, begin to lower the hips back down. Let's just rock the knees side to side here, loosening up any tension in the hip complex. And now let's roll onto our hands and knees for tabletop. We'll take a cat-cow flow. On your inhale, lower your belly, gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Continue this breath to movement flow. Now we'll start to make big circles with the hips. Big circles moving down into the knees, the hips, the shoulders, and the wrists. And take your circles in the opposite direction, really exaggerating the movement and creating space in your body. And now from your tabletop, walk your hands forward into puppy pose. Your hips stay stacked over your knees. As you reach your hands forward, your chest lowers to the ground. Breathe here. Now press through your forearms to lower your belly to the ground into Sphinx pose. As you press through your hands, lengthen your spine. Now look over your right shoulder, take a deep breath, and then look over the left shoulder, take a deep breath, and then roll the head in circles, working out your neck, and take your head in the opposite direction, making circles. Now we'll bring our right forearm to the top of our mat, setting up for frog pose. Bend your left knee and reach back with your left hand. Pull your foot to your hip. Option to rest your head on your forearm and breathe. And gently release the foot. Let's switch sides. Bring the left forearm forward. Reach back for your foot and pull it to your hip. Breathe into the hip, into the knee. release the foot. Bring your hands back by your sides, palms face down, pressing into the ground. On the inhale breath, lift your chest. Option to lift your legs as well. And reach the arms off the ground. You're floating here, activating the whole body. Take a deep inhale breath. And exhale, rest, bringing one cheek to the earth. Hands by your sides, palms face up. And we'll take that on the other side. Flip the palms down again. On your inhale breath, lift the chest. Option to float the legs. Option to float the arms. Breathing here, core is activated. Lift the body a little higher. Find an inhale breath. And exhale, soften again, opposite cheek to the earth. Let the palms flip up. Option to bend your knees and rock your feet side to side. And bring your hands under your shoulders, press up to tabletop and then back into a child's pose. Take a few breaths here in your child's pose. Feel your body soften with each exhale. Feel the breath and the energy that you have cultivated so far through this practice. And flip your palms open here, open to receive prana and nourishment from your breath and this practice. And begin to press yourself up to tabletop. You have the option of taking cow pose here, lowering the belly, gaze up. Or you can shift the hips forward into an upward facing dog. Draw the shoulders back and breathe. We're going to create a breath to movement practice. So on your exhale, press back into your child's pose again, taking a breath here. And then on your inhale, slowly rise up to a seat, sitting back on your heels. Reach your hands up and over your head, palms touch. Exhale, draw the hands to your heart space. Breathe into the heart for a moment. And on your next inhale, reach the arms up again. Exhale, swoop the arms wide and then down in front of you, out for your child's pose. One big exhale breath. And we'll move breath to movement. So on your inhale, you'll lift and flow through either cow pose or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back into your child's pose, resting your head. Inhale, sit up, reach the hands up and overhead, palms touch. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, hands to your heart. Again, inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, swoop them wide and out in front of you, child's pose. Inhale, press up through your upward facing dog. Exhale, back into your child's pose. Inhale, rise up, reach the hands up and over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, swoop them wide out into your child's pose. Inhale, upward facing dog, pull the heart forward. Exhale, press back into your child's pose. Inhale, rise up, reach the hands up and over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stay here for a breath. And bring your hands to the ground. Let's bring the knees together, feet together for our toe torture. Reach back and tuck those pinky toes under. Make sure they're also getting a stretch. And inhale, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, draw them to your heart. Interlace the fingers and flip your palms forward, getting a nice stretch across the hands. Take a few breaths with open mouth exhales. Feel that energy release through the hands and the feet. And shake out the hands, let them go. Bring them back to the earth, untuck your toes, tap out your feet on the ground. And sit back on the feet again, toes are untucked this time. Set your hands back and behind you, fingers point forward. Option to lift your knees for a deeper stretch, find an inhale. Exhale, lower the knees back down. Option to stay here or lift your hips for a deeper stretch. Find a deep breath. And set the hips back down. Now interlace your hands behind your low back. Palms pressed together. Lift the chest, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Reach the hands up to the sky, getting a shoulder stretch. Find an inhale breath. And then release your hands by your sides for embryo pose, palms face up. Option to stay right here, or you can grab your heels, rolling onto the crown of your head for rabbit pose. Find a breath. And release back down to the floor. Let's press back up to our tabletop. And then into a downward facing dog, send the hips high. Really press through your hands, sending the tailbone high. You can roll out your feet a few times, lifting the heels and then rolling them back down. Find a few breaths in your down dog. And now walk your hands back to your feet for a rag doll. Knees are bent, grab the elbows, and find some gentle movement so you can sway from side to side, or maybe roll your head in some loose circles, just really trying to release any tension in the neck and shoulders and spine. Remember to breathe in and out through your nose. And release your hands to the floor for a forward fold. With a gentle bend in your knees, find a halfway lift with your spine. And then heel toe your feet wide as the mat. Toes turn out 45 degrees. Heels draw in, sit the hips low, Malasana squat. Breathe here into the hips. As you press your feet into the ground, you lengthen your spine and you feel energy flowing through the legs, through the pelvic floor. And bring your hands to the ground, straighten your legs, forward fold. Heel toe the feet back to hips width distance. Find an inhale, halfway lift. And then walk your hands forward back into your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath here in down dog, feeling the hamstrings stretch open. Now bring your right knee forward to right wrist for our pigeon pose. Slide that left leg back, press through your hands, and look over your right shoulder for a breath. And then look forward, walk the hands out in front of you into your sleepy pigeon pose. As you exhale, the hips soften. As you breathe, and take one more breath here and begin to press yourself back up Tuck the back toes, press up into your downward facing dog. Option to lift your right leg. You can stack the knee over the hip, getting a little stretch. Bring both feet back to the floor and then draw the left knee forward for your pigeon pose on the opposite side. Press through your hands to lengthen the spine and look over your left shoulder for a breath. And then walk the hands forward into your sleepy pigeon on the opposite side. And as you breathe, your hips and shoulders soften as you move more deeply into this posture. And take one more breath. And then begin to press yourself back up, tucking the back toes. Press back into your downward facing dog. Again, you can lift your left knee, stacking the hips, getting a nice stretch. And then bring both knees to the ground. We'll come to a seat, sending our legs out in front of us. And let's bring the feet wide for a wide forward fold. Press your hands into the legs, lengthen your spine, and let's roll the feet out a few times. Big circles with the big toes in both directions. Now flex your feet, option to keep the spine long, or you can walk your hands as far forward as is comfortable for you. We want to keep the stretch close to the hip complex, so if you start to feel it in your knees, just back out a little bit, breathe into the inner thighs. Now find a halfway lift with the spine, pressing through your hands, and walk over to the right leg. Grab the outer edge of your calf or your foot with your left hand and forward fold. Breathe here. And now walk your hands back through center. And then over to the left leg, again grabbing the outer leg with your right hand. Forward fold and breathe. And release, walk the hands forward again, take a deep breath here. And then walk your hands back up through center, sitting tall. Slide your right hand down the right leg, inhale, left arm up and over, reaching for your toes. Breathing along the rib cage, getting a nice deep side bend stretch. Inhale, rise back up through center, and then slide the left arm down your leg. Again, side bend stretch, reaching for the toes. Breathing here along the hamstrings, into the ribs. And inhale, rise back up to center, both hands to the ground. Grab the knees, bring them together. Feet are on the earth. Let's come onto our backs for a bridge pose. Bring your heels towards your fingers, then press your palms down into the earth. Lift the hips up for a bridge pose. Shimmy the shoulders together. Maybe you can interlace your fingers, pressing your palms together on the mat. Breathe into the hips, into the spine. Find one more deep breath here. And on your next inhale, lift your heels and then slowly roll your spine down to the floor. We'll reach our hands up and overhead, grab opposite elbows, and just rock the knees side to side, loosening up your low back and the hips. And now pull your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Pull the knees wide toward your rib cage. And then option to reach up and grab the knees, the ankles, or the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. You can rock side to side here for a few breaths. Feel the spine and the low back pressing into the earth as you breathe. And gently release, pull both knees into your chest again. Keep the right knee in, send the left leg long. Take a deep breath here into the hip. And then with your exhale, draw the knee across your body into supine twist. Send your right arm out to the side and breathe here. And gently release your twist. Let's switch legs. Pull the left knee into your chest. Give it a gentle squeeze. Breathe into your hip. And with an exhale breath, draw that knee across your body into supine twist. Send your left arm out to the side and breathe. And gently release the twist. Draw both knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Squeeze into a tiny ball. Squeeze your face, your shoulders, your belly. Find an inhale breath. Exhale for Shavasana. Arms and legs go long onto the mat. Let your toes fall out to the sides. Palms roll open. Lift your chest and gently bring the shoulder blades together to really expand across the heart. Take a nice deep breath here and open mouth exhale to soften into your Shavasana, the final resting posture of this practice. May you feel nourished and blissful. and begin to deepen your breath, bringing awareness back to the body. And you can reach your hands overhead, taking a nice stretch. And then roll onto your side, pausing for a moment here. And press up to a seat, returning to our Sukhasana, our meditative seat. Let your hands rest on your knees, palms face open. Open to receive all of the nourishment and the prana of this practice. To receive the bliss and the beauty in each moment of our day. And take a nice deep breath here. And on your next inhale, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, draw the palms to your heart space for Anjali Mudra. Let's seal our practice with the sacred sound of Om. Inhale. And bring your hands up to your first eye between the eyebrows. The light within me bows to the light within you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this sacred awakening practice.